I'm still working on this. This is a love story, huh? Okay. There are no wrong decisions. There are no premature endings. Fresh perspectives, new beginnings, young minds, fresh ideas. This is the love story.
Wagons.
Grandma wagons. Yeah, I see. Young minds, fresh ideas, grandma's wagons. Okay, that's how old we are. Let's 2003. 2003, Savage World. Come on. I'm so old. Let's continue.
What you are is amazing.
So here we are. We have completed.
You're on a path.
Yes, yes.
The end of that path
It all begins. There's terrible things often do
of that cabin
with a Johnny.
is a princess.
Don't do the math. The math is scary. Right, so far we have encountered the prisoner, the skeptic. Oh, no, that's okay. Hang on, I didn't write this all down. The stranger, the specter, the wraith, and the prisoner, and the ghost. And we've met the skeptic and a whole bunch of other people whose names I'm forgetting right now. I'm sure we'll. Oh, okay, so right, Johnny's quite quiet. All right, let me. Johnny's probably quite quiet because I was talking over him. But that's what he gets. Ooh, it looks like I haven't balanced that audio the same way I've balanced the rest of the audio. So there we go. If the game audio is too quiet, let me know. But we tend to let them, be good and perform. It's all gone. I am still feeling like we should be a pro princess run, and this time let's not take the knife. Because every other time, so we've gone through 3 loops so far, every single time we've brought the knife down into the basement with us. So I think this time we are going to be pro princess, anti-knife, and see what happens. Probably waifu, that's what's going to happen. But I'm wondering how it's going to end at that point if we don't have the knife. If it's going to be the beast option where she attacks you. But if we're nice to her, I'm not sure if we will or not. Let's find out, shall we? Wife run, here we go. Okay, that's one of the things that amused me so much. Oh, okay, this is what you mean by pro princess. Pro princess anti-knife is the name of my ska band. Yep, there we go.
You're here to slay.
Yes, end of the world. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. If you consider that maybe I'm okay with the world ending, do I get some sort of reward for this? Do we have anybody in the chat who hasn't seen this game before? If so, just briefly, the way dialogue works here is anything that's delineated as explore at the top is us interrogating the situation and learning more information. Options like this, which are in square brackets, are actions without dialogue, or just plain text like this is I am making a decision. I want to progress things. So oh gosh, I just realized we're going to have to do a pro narrator playthrough at some point.
I know.
Let's see. Okay. Killing your princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Yeah.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller?
Yes, narrator. We know. Prince seems to just contribute something of value to society. What end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
And I
No
feel
more birds,
fine.
no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
See who says no more birds, no more trees? I see plenty of trees. Haven't seen any birds. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics.
Have you
a
met
job
me?
to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done.
Okay.
All counting on you.
Well, I've turned it up as far as I
Want
have.
to go into the game's internal settings? and
Yeah,
push
that's a
the
good
audio
idea. Hang on a second. Preferences. Voice volume is all
up?
the
Voice
way up.
volume's maxed.
All right. Duly noted. You barely hear Johnny. All right. That's interesting. Give me a second, folks. Properties. Hang on. Let's try that and see if that's any better. Let me get Johnny to talk again.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
No, we don't. There's no clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Still much quieter than you.
And before
All right.
you decide to waste even more of our time by asking,
right.
you know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Well, you have to wait, because I'm going to try and boost the audio sound here. All right, I've just boosted it up a bit, folks. Hopefully tell me if that sounds a little bit better.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no change in that.
I wonder. I doubt this will make a difference, but
It's no use arguing.
Oh no, that's made a difference to my headphones.
it made a difference to us,
The
but
egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
no. I don't know what's causing that, folks, because I haven't made any tweaks to the game's audio settings. And as we've seen, we've already got the voice volume all the way up. The tweaks I was making were in OBS. I've been boosting the game on the gain audio, boosting the gain on the game audio, and it doesn't seem to have been making a difference. Give me a second, see if there's anything else I can do. Give me one more second. I'm gonna try making one more tweak. Enjoy the lovely music. Active sources. It doesn't. Let's try one more time.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Maybe that's a little better. I can tweak it a little bit more if I need to. I don't want to like deafen people. Okay, let's take it up to +5, but we'll see how that works.
+5. It doesn't
+5.
go high.
All right. Well, I don't want to deafen people. Do you have any evidence back this? No, I'm doing it again. Look, I'll go to the cabinet and I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Or is there... I want to keep exploring, and I wonder if I can get to some sort of dialogue that's I'm going because you're making her, but I'm going to go free her. Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Oh, that's better? Okay. I still... Forget it, I'm not doing this.
No, you have to do it.
I mean, kinda, yeah. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin, but it doesn't say I'm going to commit to killing her. I like that option.
Yeah.
Better, but not perfect. Should I turn it up just a little bit more, everybody? Okay. I hope nobody's ears blow out. If there's like loud effects and stuff, I apologize in advance. But then hopefully this is gonna fix the tweaking. I'll make myself a note. Ducky, would you drop me a note in Discord that I need to check the audio settings after this? All right. Okay. Am I gonna get a reward for doing this? I don't want to ask that. Can somebody else do it?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
As I've asked before, who does?
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
All right, fine. You got it, Lavalish. Well done.
Like I said, I don't make the rules. no matter how much I wish I did.
Did he say that line last time?
No.
I remember him saying I don't make the rules, but I don't remember him saying no matter how much I wish I did. Also, we haven't heard the hero yet, you notice. Fail at whatever course I decide. I don't want to say more without... Okay. Alright, I'm going to the cabin, but that's all I'm committing to. Why is he surprised with our reluctance, right? I'm not going to do any of these nihilist routes. The nihilist route will happen at some point. Alright, fine, I'm going to the cabin.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
That's new.
No, it's not.
But it's new in a first chapter. Huh. Interesting.
What's new is what we didn't get, which is the she will lie, she will cheat.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Here we go again.
The air of the blade is your implement.
No mirror.
No mirror. Bare but coherent cabin.
Alright. So we're going into the basement. We're not taking the blade.
He's not called this and not taking the
The door to the
knife.
basement creaks
Yeah.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
And
The
we're
air
alone in our
feels
head.
heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Where's the hero?
Where are any of them?
I'm so proud of him, and bring me a cornetto, please.
He is such a good boy.
Biscuits! 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 Wendy eats biscuits! I mean, he could have busted out the stand mixer. That was the other alternative. Right? Where's the
We don't
hero?
have any of them.
There hasn't been a single voice yet.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Damsel.
It's a more innocent sounding voice. How can she tell we're not holding the knife?
Is hypnotized.
There he is.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Focus, nerd.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Interesting.
Hi!
So, dialogue options. Lie. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie. I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you or continue down the stairs. This is the pro-princess no knife route. We're going to say, I'm here to save you. Yep, we're going to try and save her this time.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Sorry, we
Really?
can't hear how awesome we are.
I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Well, you might still be, but I'm going to do my best.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Oh boy, full on princess mode. Here we go. Anime eyes.
You walk down the
Oh, she's
stairs
smiling.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Rubesco, last week we got the prisoner. Yeah, she definitely looks like she's been made thinner. Agreed.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
It's interesting because all the previous playthroughs, he's described her as cold.
Yeah.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hush. We're wifing. Go away.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Well, this is my fourth playthrough, so yeah, we're good.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Well, not really.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
The end, huh? Oh. That's a new piece of information. I like the idea of being naively, let's try and rescue her, and then we'll talk when this doesn't work. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Oh, hush your mouth.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, maybe.
No, you're doing the right thing.
That's right, hero. We are.
Good spot.
The dress is a little bit darker, and it's more off the shoulder for sure. It's a little bit more décollage, shall we say. She's coldly beautiful when you take the blade. That makes sense.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh, I can imagine a lot, narrator. Come on, use your imagination.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I didn't know a key was an option.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Sure, let's try.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
There we go. I like this. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? We'll come back to that. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Yeah, no neck chain. Exactly.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
All right. Let's give that a
Attempt
try.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-huh.
Is someone else here?
That was my question, hero. Let's try the door. Explore options. Hey, let me out of here. Explore, try the door, and then return to the bottom of the stairs. So first we're going to try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Oh, aren't you snarky?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
No
You
luck.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
I love you, hero.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Looks like it.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Listen how the music's died.
Yeah. I think now might be a good time to put the content warnings in the chat.
Yeah, just in case. Just maybe a quick, brief reminder about,
She barely hesitates
Oh,
before
Jesus
raising her
fuck.
arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, okay. I mean, there we go.
Let's talk about the teeth. Guys, don't like human. Look at that shit.
Well,
The
no,
fangs.
no, they're not. I
okay.
don't think
As
so.
she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Did that
How-
motherfucker just throw the knife in here with us?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if
Oh,
there's a time
you-
to strike, it's now.
Son of a mother.
How did that happen? No, but now I can pick the lock.
Or we could use it to free her.
Bingo. That's what we're going with.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm sure I won't.
I think on this playthrough we're Team Wolfwife.
Team Wolfwife, let's do it. Save the princess is our only option. Brandon, how you doing? This is our folks. Brandon Boone, the composer, has joined us this evening. Wonderful to see you. This is our fourth playthrough, Brandon. I don't need to give you the content warnings for the game. I'm kind of assuming you have them, but just in case, I'll throw them up in the chat. I'm also going to throw the Dramatis Personae in there if you want to see some of our previous playthroughs. This is playthrough number 4. We've had the Stranger, the Spectre, the Wraith, and the Prisoner. We are now attempting to save the princess, no knife. And we are all shocked to learn that the narrator has willed the knife into existence in our locked room behind us.
Also, if you use Bandcamp, go to Brandon's page the second you use it again and get comfy, because he is astonishingly prolific and just does the best work.
Yes, very much so. All right, so now let's see what happens when we try to save the princess who just chewed her own arm off. We're going to save the princess. Thank you very much, Ducky.
Thank you, Ducky.
Fine.
Fine. Yes, we're going to save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Oh dear.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at her cute little mouth, all covered in blood. The narrator is pouting. She has eyes the size of a third of her head.
It's less ooh and more ooh.
Yeah, look at, we've got blood on the knife again.
Cut into
Oh man.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
A sharp knife is not going to go through bone. You still need... Anyway, okay. Yes, by all means, we have noticed our claws.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Okay.
Hardcore. That's my girl.
She didn't.
Because visceral things can be cute. Because horror is a beautiful genre when it comes to juxtaposition. Comedy and horror, beauty and horror, wonderful combinations.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Listen to the snark in his voice.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
We don't know what bother her. Don't judge, my dude. Don't judge.
Somewhere, just a girl by no doubt starts to build and build.
Exactly.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yes! Let's! You need a tourniquet! Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
No worries,
can't
Brandon.
just
Thanks for
let her
stopping by.
escape into the world.
Have a good one,
We're gonna
Brandon.
go fast Johnny some more. You can't just let her escape into the world. You said you weren't in charge.
As the princess
No.
approaches the bottom
Oh,
step, your
man.
body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, how dare you! Okay, we gotta fight this again, folks.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
This again.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Different tone.
Different tone of voice, yeah. Okay. Scroll. See, slay.
Yeah.
Warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Good job. Dodge me.
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't care about getting out of here alive. None of us are getting out of here alive. No. Resist. It is, the actions that we are taking are very similar to the previous route, but she being freed and being able to react and dodge, that's different and it is taking longer. So we're gonna resist.
The blade! Move the
blade!
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I know it's not me, but I have limited options here.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I think she's gonna kill me. Which will be interesting because it doesn't explain how she then dies and resets the loot. But let's figure out how this is gonna go.
Just a reminder for content warnings.
Try to be quick.
Yeah, content warnings first. We were about to be unalived, I'm assuming. It's fine.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
That's new, because the other time she slit our throat. It was quite quick. This is
She's not experienced.
less experienced.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's alright, it's not your fault. Been here before.
Okay.
She is more emotional. She's more what I would call human realistic in her emotions, i.e., there's fear, there's reaction, etc.
Okay, the image of her with one bitten off hand, wincing as she stabs us in the chest with one eye open, covered in blood, is kind of amazing.
I'm assuming people want to take screenshots for a moment. That's fine.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh, hero, you big softy. This is a love story, right?
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Have you ever read any Star Coast Lovers fiction, narrator? That's the whole point.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Now you're just being statistical.
I'm sorry.
Oh, poor thing. It has no right being this funny, but it's horror.
That
so
could not
comedy
be charming,
is how
and
we're
yet it
doing
is.
that. It's full-on anime splatter. It's adorable.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she apparently does not.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I hate that she has to do this.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I'm very sorry.
It can't just end like this, right?
It's like she needs a weighted blanket and a hot chocolate and a therapist.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As
Oh!
much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Poor thing.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
I'm expecting a smash cut when I click the mouse, just so everybody knows. There we go. We got the damsel. We gotta take an ad break, everybody. Let's get a drink
You're on a
refill,
path
and then
in
we'll
the
come back and
woods.
sass Johnny some
And at
more
the end
and
of
go
that
meet
path
wife part
is a
2.
cabin.
All right? We'll be right back.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Evening, Doc.
Hello, everybody, and we're back. Right, let's get to the cabin.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Been there, done that. Terrible sense of deja vu. Hasn't this happened already? Okay, no, but I died. What am I doing here? But I died. What am I doing here?
I don't think we've done that before.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next voice is.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh my god. Voice of the smitten. I'm writing these down.
I love him.
Oh, I'm drawing a little heart over the eye and smitten.
Yes, it's Matt Berry. Hello.
Oh yes, it is. It's got such Matt Berry vibe.
Let us hie us to the cabin where we will slay the princess.
With our love.
Our beloved.
The hero's like, what?
Yes,
You
you'll
what?
have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table.
Yes.
Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
In New York City.
Oh Lord.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You do not read enough fan fiction, narrator. Fix your life.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Delightful.
Oh my god, we have Jackie Daytona, normal human bartender in our head this playthrough.
Okay, so my options are explore. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Eyes left, proceed to the cabin, or turn around and leave. I'm going to do with the explore option because that doesn't lock us in. Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Which it is.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Or because that's the way causality works.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Oh, the sound clips for this are glorious.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing.
See, voice of the hero's not sure how he's feeling about being relegated to third wheel all of a sudden.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
Okay, here comes the smitten.
I beg to differ.
The fact that he's getting 3 syllables on a villain is
I'm
delightful.
not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
That's going to go so badly for you.
Yeah, let's see how that works for you here, buddy.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Right? Rebecca was like smitten, saw the hero crushing on the princess and was like, hold my beer.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
But it isn't, hero, because you got a new buddy now.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I just want to take a moment to appreciate Johnny getting 5 syllables out of scenario.
Right? I do love that they overtly say, are you in Groundhog's Day or are you in Sliders right here? I do
All I
appreciate
can hear
that.
now is Scott Lang saying, so Back to the Future is bullshit?
Thank you.
It's the latter. What do you think happened after you died?
I'll never know. That's how causality works.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Good job, Rebecca.
Do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would.
Yes, but that cuts both ways, because I will never know and neither will you, so you weaponizing it against me has as much effect as me ignoring you.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly.
Dastardly.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I want to see cosplayers playing the different voices for this. It'd be so funny. I can't remember what it is. There was some movie where you had a mask and it would rotate through faces. Want to do that?
There's at least one He-Man villain that does that as well.
I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin. That's my explore option. Or explore. Let's talk about this princess. Proceed to the cabin, turn around, and leave. I'm with them. We're gonna find a way to save her.
That's right. You can't stop all of us.
Neener.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
I mean, 100% valid.
It is somehow the exact same tone of voice as I don't give a fuck. His name's Mike.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
Have you hurt yourself?
You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Well, it doesn't really matter which call I make now, does it? Let's go to the cabin. Or should we... Let's talk about the princess. Let's see what options are.
Just be quick about it.
Whiny.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you have somewhere to be?
Oh, there we go. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told
How
you what this
convenient.
place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why do we have to do this? Here we go!
supposed to say
Oh, I want to see how the smitten responds to the
It's
Destiny
because
thing.
you're special.
Yes.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Thank you, hero. Don't follow this.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
Oh, little guy.
Believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
This is the point of the dialogue where if Marguerite was there in person, she would sit down on the ground and be like,
I've seen it do it.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
I want to know who his boss is as well, Thandla. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She can barely wield a knife. How is she gonna end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't think it's that the princess... my current theory is that it's not that the princess takes any action. It's just that, like our death causes the loop to reset, the princess leaving the cabin causes the loop to reset. And I don't think it matters how or with what intent she leaves. It's just she crosses that threshold and that's it.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Oh god, that's adorable.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Wonder what happens if you do a whole string of no talk, only slay ones.
No talk me, I stabby.
Buy the game and find out. Why didn't you tell me? Like I said, I want to do one where we just stand here for hours and we don't do anything and see what happens.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you
Is
to
it
save
though?
it from ruin.
Fine, we're going to the cabin.
A warning. If before you
Now we get
Did
the
not
lawyer.
get last time.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
That's good because I don't want to
Don't
slay her.
believe a word
We're
she
going to save
says.
her.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Your little
It's your
game.
lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Hero, I have such sympathy for you now.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay. Keep the expression in your pants there, buddy.
All right, wind your neck in.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Hey, Brandon. Yes, we got the damsel this chapter.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
It is a point of pride that it's taken us 4 playthroughs to get to damsel. Our very first playthrough was the stranger, because Marguerite tried to lawyer the narrator to death.
It almost succeeded.
I would have succeeded if it wasn't for you pesky time
kids.
loops. Into the cabin.
Doobie-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, I'm hoping we stay on this side of Sex Fest, let's be honest.
The interior of the
Okay.
cabin is
Oh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
Ooh.
A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I like how we've got the banners now. And again, we've got... Oh, please lawyer the narrator. Watch our first playthrough, Doc. I spent the whole time sassing the narrator. Oh, listen! Listen!
Brandon, this is lovely.
Oh, I'm gonna put this on loop tomorrow, for sure. Okay, should we try interacting with the mirror? We haven't been successful with the mirror yet.
The blade is your
No.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. Okay, so we've got take the blade. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. I think that's a good choice. That's an explore. Explore, approach the mirror, explore, take the blade, or enter the basement. Notice that there's... Oh, no, there is a take the blade option. I don't want to talk to him about the mirror because it doesn't do any good. This whole... Oh, this is so good!
I'm getting a little bit of Bridgerton vibes from this.
Yeah, it's definitely got like classical period violin harmony going on. Every single time we've interacted with the mirror or brought the narrator's attention to it, even trying the whole just approach the mirror thing, he says you put your hand on a plain wall. It disappears. So I'm going to go with the observation that the cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Yes, because remember, we're not only talking to the narrator to navigate this loop, but we're building a rapport with the hero, who's the one voice who always comes back. So...
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time.
Of course you weren't.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
One of these days.
So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Because there's so much here to distract us. He only spoke the once, but he was there. So let's ignore the mirror. We're not taking the blade. We're going into the basement.
The mirror disappears as the door opens. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Once again, I will curb my rant about who on earth is maintaining these candelabras. But let's just go on. Oh, I love this music so much.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Judgy.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh gosh, she's even more high-pitched now.
Her voice.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I love this. This is hilarious.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
The British upper lip.
Right, I've had enough.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Much
All right.
smaller room.
Let us observe. So the shape of the window has changed. It's lower. It's no longer barred. The carpet is there, but the two sets of chain setups still present. She's in ruffles. It's still very off the shoulder, but the sleeves are even shorter. It looks like she's wearing a half veil. She's become even more wifey. The dress is gorgeous. I wonder if you can. Wow, God, the sheer number of princess outfits you'd have to make to cosplay is just incredible. Yes, there is even more structure to the bodice, shall we say.
Tear-wise. You could rig a couple of these.
You could do a couple of them that way.
My love,
Yeah.
we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Okay, so that's all valid.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words,
Oh,
but
God.
surely she can hear my spirit.
Yes, we need to see a whole group of cosplayers all as different princesses.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
I love how they're just leaning so hard into his shtick.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh,
I
God.
was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Oh, hero!
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
You should see the chat, narrator.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
So he believes the princess when she says it. He just doesn't believe us.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, kinda.
Well, she killed us.
Yeah, look at her face.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
The vibrato voice is just so glorious.
Cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No, what matters is the strength. Thank you.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
But we only have the narrator's word that she ended that world. All we know is that we're not in that world anymore. We don't know what it is. It's Schrodinger's world for all I care.
We never saw a world end.
Thank you. See,
Now
the
I'm
first
even
thing he said
more
that I agree
certain
with.
We must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
I have incontrovertible evidence
No.
I'm wrong. I am changing nothing.
So this is interesting. I'm going to pop a save here for a specific reason. And that is in a previous playthrough, when we did something that disagreed with the decision we'd made previously, we got overwritten, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Oh God, Leslie Phillips would be phenomenal.
Hey.
So it'll be interesting to see if he tries to change our actions if we make an action that doesn't agree with him. But we're not going to. We're doing a save the princess, no knife run. But if I loaded here and then we tried to slay her, I'm curious if the Smith would try to override us.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Okay, so explore options. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I like that.
Me too.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I want to ask that too. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Or rescue the princess. I like the idea of starting with the apology.
Me too.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
I'm not listening to you. I want to know what she says.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Okay, straight up kawaii now.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That is a very existential question.
That's a very interesting observation.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh,
Of course
not.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That's self-serving. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Ooh.
Alarming.
Okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh, dear.
Hmm?
Also, massive kudos to Herban for shouting out possibly my all-time favorite left field plot turn in the TV show.
Evil Leaper?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Yes, it is, Doc. Please go and buy the soundtrack. The score is freaking amazing.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I actually really like this, though, because they're leaning into the caricature and the stereotype of it to demonstrate how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
This is as over the top. The romantic playthrough is as over the top as the no talking, only kill playthrough.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Okay. No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I think I better save the game here.
Yeah, it feels hingy.
Oh yes, I think this will very much dictate where we go from here. No, I don't want the world to end. Or neutrality.
Given what we're going through, there's the strong read for I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending. Although I do like the uncertainty on... No?
I think I want to go, no, I don't really want the world to end. We can also remain silent, but...
That feels confrontational.
Yeah,
I'm not doing
I'm like,
confrontation.
no, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
I had a feeling she was going to respond that way no matter what we picked.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Innocence.
Not so sure.
I'm with you, hero. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? And it is an explore option, so she should hopefully not get bitey when I click on this one. I'm going to throw the content warnings in the chat just one more time in case anybody needs them.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Yeah, that is a little bit creepy, I gotta say.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I mean, I wonder if he can, though.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Okay, you're giving me creeper vibes there.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I kind of feel like we should explore all the explore options, even though I personally don't think I would pick this one, which is, you killed me last time, and it hurt. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well, it was kind of the only option available to us, so...
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Strangely, I actually kind of agree with him.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
It could be both things, I'm just saying. To be fair, the bar formality among the voices is low. We are now going to rescue the princess.
Which we're sure will be fine.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Now we're not time to unpack all that.
Passions contain titanic depths.
Oh my.
You wouldn't.
Ooh, that was interesting.
I would.
I kind of love how God.
No, those strings are still there.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
So he's come.
Yeah, look, see?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
It's not a veil. She's just got a whole lot more hair, and that princess is straight up. That tiara is straight up Princess Peach.
There's also a little bit of Kermit to this.
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh yeah. Full on Disney.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
It's being dictated by the narrative. The power of love.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Not wrong.
He's not
That's
wrong.
what's frustrating is he's not wrong.
He's the living embodiment of that Onion article. Terrible news. The worst person you know just made a really good point.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please don't kill us.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aww.
Ugh.
This is interesting. Look at the background. It's not the wooden texture, but it's still I love how this game uses only red and it's different shades as an
Me
emphasis
too.
color. And this pink is really nice and warm.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Good observation, Wendy. We did cut off her hand last time, so it sort of makes a weird kind of sense that the manacle slips off now, like her hand isn't real.
Ooh.
Well observed, Wendy.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
He's not wrong.
What do we do now?
We're going to leave, or at least attempt to
And
do so.
neither of us are going to kill the other one. And it's going to be fine.
I like this. Explore. What do you want to do? And then the dialogue option is we leave. And then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next, which I also really like. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Shush! Don't put words in her mouth.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Capital H. Interesting. On the his.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, let's start, shall we, dear? This is a good start.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Oh, hero, I adore you.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Well, see, when you make all these extraordinary claims and you don't provide any proof, it's really hard to believe you.
But also,
I
hey,
think I want to leave. And I think...
Okay, brace.
oh god,
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I'm gonna put the content warnings in the game because I think she might say she wants to end the world.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
That was a nice fake out. Okay, interesting.
that feels kind of belligerent, that top one.
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. No, I really like kind of exploring this a little bit more about what she wants. Let's ask. Do you want to end the world?
Ozzy just said save.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Save.
All right. You want to end the world, but to the tune of, do you want to build a snowman? So this is what I want. This is me saying, I want to know what you want. But what we know about the end state of the game, this isn't the person who decides what they want.
No.
I kind of like the idea of there must be something you want. That's a little softer. Let's try that.
I just want to make you happy.
And the music snaps. Did you hear that?
Oh. Ooh.
Look at how much sharper and anime-esque she just went. She's straight up caricature now.
She can't just want to make us happy.
I know, you can hear it. It's awful and wonderful.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Oh, Brendan. Amazing.
But oh my god, the dialogue options here get very complicated. It's forcing us to take another break, everybody. Yeah, okay. We'll be right back, and then we are gonna have to make some very chunky moral decisions.
Oh boy.
We'll be right back. soul. This music is killing me.
Brandon, you have outdone yourself.
Okay, so let me read through all the explore options we have here, because we have many paths we can take from this point. I want you to tell me what you want, but what would make you happy? You have to want something more than just making me happy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't bake your entire happiness around me. That's my front runner. I want you to make me unhappy?
Nope.
Boy.
Nope.
Do you want to end the world? I thought I asked that earlier. No, we haven't yet. I just want to leave. We can figure it out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I'm going to go with, but you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. That's what I'm picking. And yes, we saved.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh, child.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Look, look at her hands.
Yeah.
She's becoming even more simplistic.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Your Rebecca Elite Princess is broken. And the background is getting closer and closer. I'm wondering if I just want to leave, we can figure out this later, or if you want to leave, then let's
That's
leave.
passive aggressive.
This isn't right. Let's just get out of here. I feel like it's going to become worse the more we explore as well, Lavalish. I agree with you completely. What this is telling me is that this form doesn't have the ability to change themselves. Our interrogation has led them here, and they can either go further, but they can't go back. This music is going to haunt me, Brandon. Thank you for that. Because that's the one thing I love in horror music more than anything else is a well-established theme that turtles or twists or riffs when there's a key moment. You're right, Ted. There aren't wrong options according to the game, so would wind up here, right? Exactly. Okay, this isn't right. Let's just get out of here. Is what I'm going to go with.
That sounds perfect.
Oh my god.
But she popped back. And now listen. We're back to the previous theme, but now we've got now we've got percussion and a driving string line. There's about to be an action sequence if Hollywood has taught me anything.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
Even the hero notices. We just noped out of anime waifu.
So we were right. The explore options
The
are just that
exploring
pit. You
is
go
what we
further and
got.
further down.
I'm wondering if it's not irreversible, though. If you can go further down it, but then as soon as you make a decision, she snaps back.
Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
He doesn't observe the differences. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm listening to this. You have the soundtrack, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, I'm listening to this.
We subscribed to Brandon.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Shut up, she's ready.
Interesting. Ozzy says he thinks that was the last opportunity to snap back.
Oh.
Interesting. Look at this sparkle! Now, this is some straight up Bridgerton shit, for sure.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
See, this is the point in the time traveler's journey where they're like, so everything's just gonna flip over and over and over again, right? Fuck it. Let's do something cool.
This is playing golf into the Stargate.
This is playing golf into the Stargate, yes.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
This is
This is
happening.
happening.
Third whale hero. I'm pulling good for you, buddy. Right, a white night trap.
Yeah, that's exactly
that works exactly well.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up
Holy
the stairs
shit.
Wow.
in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Hush now.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Folks, be prepared for that whole smash cut thing to happen again, okay?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Look at her. Oh! Ooh. Oh my.
That's a familiar move.
Yep, very much so.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
I wonder how that's gonna work.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no
Good
match
lord.
for the strength of true love.
How many times in a row did Johnny rewatch Princess Bride before recording this?
As you wish.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Okay, so now we need Scanlan and the power of rock.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know.
Can you leverage that passion into, say, a lockpick for us?
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
But if you're talking to me, I haven't had a dialogue option lately, so, you know.
Doc, I've also heard that in some circumstances it can change your heart into a little white dove.
Are you guys making obscure television references to
I'm
each
just
other?
along for the ride at this point.
I'm with you here. We're just along.
Come on.
Do you think you can open it? Is it our explore option? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself.
Save.
Okay.
I think we should try. I think we can open it if we try together.
I think we can open it if we try together. Seems like the right answer here. Not very intellectual convos you get with the damsel, but you do both discuss unfairness of your predicament repeatedly. Yeah, exactly. Let's try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I love this. So when you're aligned, you can override the narrator and affect the universe. Yeah, the hero are in the backseat, just like, you want chips? I want chips.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Interesting. It still lets us do this.
We're not doing that.
But I'm gonna sit there.
Yeah.
Because the thing that one of the mechanics that we have not explored about the loops is taking one path and then changing it. So attempting something and failing, or attempting something and then betraying it. We haven't done a lot of that.
We kind of did a betrayal early on.
Knifey McKnight face. Kind of, but we haven't done so systemically, repeatedly. You're not doing that. Sorry. I'm absolutely not going to do that.
Nope.
Playthrough.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yep.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Okay.
The feeling is somewhat mutual, narrator. We're exploring the boundaries, finding the edge pieces.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Just like I wanted. Huh.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin.
Brave.
And then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your love will set you free. All right. And look, it's fading in on the sides.
A happy ending at last.
Okay.
I'm actually glad. Look, the wheat. That's new. Or is there wheat in the field on the way
There
up
was
to
not
Kevin?
wheat in the field on the way through.
Well, we haven't died yet.
Yeah.
We did it. What should we do now?
Bouquet of arms. Just fucking
Meet
arms
our destiny.
everywhere.
Where did everything go?
It's on the clock.
It's arm o'clock.
Where did he go?
Narrator's gone.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into
Catty.
Well,
I'm cold. Is being hungry
Oh.
supposed to be so cold?
poor thing.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers, huh? Birds, trees.
Yeah. There we go. I think you got it. Arms. Just fucking arms.
Yep, there she goes again. Goodbye, princess.
Kind of love that she lets herself be caressed by them as she's taken away.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
There's a line at the very top of the loop.
If you don't kill her, no more trees.
No more
birds.
trees, no more birds, no more anything. And we see plenty of trees, but we've never seen a bird. And we've seen
We have feathers.
And we have feathers. I'm wondering if there's something there. Should we try and find it? So now this is that liminal space where we get to talk to the hero by himself.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You never remember, buddy. It's okay. See, again,
It's always the same two options.
yeah, it's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Not for long.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I don't want to lie. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
We've done that twice now.
You think we're
She'll
building
be
rapport?
there waiting for us. I just know it.
Probably.
All right, now we're gonna get some more intel because the last time, one of the times we grew, and one of the other times we withered.
And the withered one was when we waited in
We're the
there.
prisoner, and when we had the rate for the final decision, we grew.
It's a lovely day in the village and you were a terrible hero.
The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains. You've unraveled. Interesting. The image always seems to be the same, but the description's always different. We are in the long quiet once again. Oh, the coral's back. Ah! You were at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
I'm trying to get you there. I just don't know how. Bye-bye.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't. Okay, options. Explore.
Ooh.
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars. I think there are people. At least, I think there's supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? I always like to ask, but not at the top. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? That's a new one. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? That one's always there. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. I want to tell them, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know where he lives. He does. I don't know why, but I know this is for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Like that one.
He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. The temptation will be very strong, but I will probably not follow through with it. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I like the when you and I find when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth.
Yeah.
The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Valid. Oh, so we're back to the whole what is there outside. There's trees and stars, and and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Us. That's interesting.
Vessel.
I will. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I kind of followed that.
I follow that.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's a soft confirmation that she is defined by our actions.
You molded her to love you.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
How many more vessels do you need?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
Ooh.
A final multitude.
I like this.
Me too.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart.
Or at least my
The
completionism.
only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
One last wife. This is an interesting option, which is I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to stay here. It's a dialogue option, so let's see what she says. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting. but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
You've already tried waiting. Wait. There is no waiting forever. Let's try waiting, see what happens.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Interesting. The game just exited.
Are you fucking
Oh
kidding
my
me?
god, that's so meta.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That is so
Oh my god.
It just literally like, okay. Holy cow. That is brilliant. That is ballsy design.
Holy crap.